Hey guys, it's No Cap, and today my guest on the show has production credits on tracks like Yaya by Tekashi69 with 278 million views on YouTube.
Ransom got that sauce in it.
In my neighborhood, in my childhood, down there, I done the making many moves.
Ransom got that sauce in it.
One way me dey back, they go well. They go well. Nothing can stop you now. When you hear the sound and you see the gang.
I told them already. Steady assing on me, all I need is the cherry. Chevy ready, baby, feeling LA with it.
On dit pas plus, c'est bon, j'ai saisi. De toute façon, je m'y attendais. Tu as pu voir qu'avec le temps, mes prévisions se confirment.
Don't fear nothing, only Allah. Previously we had guns in the car.
No, when I get nervous, I tell the truth.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Ransom in the house. Ransom Beatz in the house. How you doing, bro?
Good, my guy.
Cool, good to have you here. I've been following you on Instagram, and of course we know personally. And your career has always been sort of like a mystery of some sort to me, because it's like you're based here in Nigeria, but you're bigger internationally than even in Nigeria, and the catalog is really heavy. So Ransom, let's talk about BeatStars and how you were able to kind of like take your music internationally, your production internationally.
Well, yeah, it started back in when I was studying in the UK. I went to University of Essex in
interesting. I didn't know
Colchester.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So while I was like doing my studies, I was like doing like my music. Then I was originally on Afrobeats, to be honest.
What's Afrobeats?
Afrobeats is like another beat selling store.
Oh, okay.
So then I was like making beats and the rest. So I just stumbled across Ramon. I met Ramon on YouTube. Then we started communicating from there. Then he told me about beatstars. So I now moved to beatstars.
Interesting.
Then I was just uploading beats every single day, but I was not really checking much of the progress, because I was more like, okay, every single day I wake up, I would just like drop a beat, then go to class, then come back, listen, then like from nowhere, like, it was just mysterious now. Like I woke up one day, I saw my beats were like picking up views on YouTube. I was like, what is going on? You know what I'm saying?
For those who don't know about BeatStars is a marketplace for production. So basically for music producers to exhibit their beats, and then you can purchase and even get some free ones.
That's how I even met Runtown too as well.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah, actually, I remember that you also have a record with Runtown, and even Cody of recent with Techno. That jam is really a cool jam. But so wait, was it? I'm trying to understand how it works. Like, was it like you're promoting, like you were putting beats out on YouTube, and then it got you the attention that led to your BeatStars, or was it the other way around?
YouTube is like for beat selling is like a marketing tool. So they listen to it there. If they like it, they click the link, then they go and buy the beats.
Oh.
So I did not know that like that. So what I was just doing, I was just putting the link.
Yeah.
Then I did something different, which was like also uploading on Instagram, but then I was not putting my face on Instagram. So I was like anonymous.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. So I was posting my beats on Instagram.
Why was that? Is it like, why did you decide? Was it like a thing you decided, or you felt like you were not ready to put your face out? Because now, I mean, I see you every day on Instagram, so I'm wondering what changed.
You just have to do the needful, because I'm a private person.
I feel you. But the thing is, with music production and the industry, you just can't really afford to be private. You have to sort of at some point put your face out.
Yeah.
But that's really interesting. What genre would you say is your strength when it comes to production?
I literally don't have a weakness. It's just that on YouTube, based on what my channel is based on, I just do Afrobeat, but I do all genres. Like sometimes I experiment.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. Now, talking about Afrobeat has been a huge topic. Obviously, it's now like almost like the number one genre in the world. And that has kind of generated a lot of activities around Afrobeat. One of those issues now, I'd call it an issue, is defining Afrobeat. It's a bit confusing now because, like, for example, in the last concluded Grammys, we saw a situation where a song that was kind of like house and my piano, and it was categorized as an Afrobeat song, and it won a category that was supposed to be for Afrobeat. It's like any sort of music that comes from Africa, especially internationally, they sort of now try to box it and regard it as Afrobeat. What really makes an Afrobeat song? Is it the lyrics? Is it the beat pattern? Is there a particular thing that makes a song an Afrobeat song? Because, like, for me, I hear all types of elements in the music, but, so it's hard to sort of pinpoint to say, okay, this is what is Afrobeat and this is what is not Afrobeat. But from a producer perspective, what is Afrobeat to you?
You know that Afrobeat is actually very broad. So, it also boils down to the style of beats and also the artist as well, because he's the thing is actually, if you think about it, it's actually very, very broad because Amapiano actually sounds like it has like some elements of Afrobeat as well.
Right?
So
that's interesting.
So that's just the thing. You cannot pinpoint it, but the thing is that Afrobeat is not something that you can just say, okay, this particular sound or this particular person, the way he's saying things is like, this is how Afrobeat is. It comes with different styles, and the thing, if you notice, like the sound has actually emerged over time. So it's not something we can pinpoint. It's actually very broad, and there's even still more space to grow.
Okay, okay, sounds good. But, to an extent, Nigeria will want to lay claims to Afrobeats. And you know how we are as Nigerians, in our jollof, So, because we also have issues where people like Burna Boy, I watched one of his videos where he was talking about Afrobeat, and it's like, the only Afrobeat artist is Fela, and everything else is Afrofusion, And, but I feel like we haven't done a good job at defining what Afrobeat is. And so we're leaving it for like the world to define. It might be a good thing, but on the other side, we can have issues like, for example, Tyler winning the Grammys there's no problem with Tyler winning. I think she's a great artist, and we support African artists. It's time for Africa. But then it's like how you categorize things. It's like how a lot of people would look at Africa like a country. And it's such a huge continent with diverse cultures and all of that type of thing. So I think that, we have to start to sort of look into how we can define it. And I've kind of noticed over a lot of Afrobeat songs. They might come in R&B vibe, they might come in dancehall vibe, they might come in Amapiano vibe, but it kind of has a note to it that sort of, makes me just recognize that this is an Afrobeat song. And then also, I think it has a lot to do with lyrics, the way we call certain words and how most Afrobeats has their style of, Ifunaya, all those type of lyrics and stuff. So I think for me, that's what I've been able to pinpoint. But outside of that, there's still a lot more that we need to, and I think a lot of it lies in the hands of the producers, because you guys are the ones who drive the tempo. You guys are the ones, because oftentimes these days, the way music is made, it's not like I come and sit with you and say, yo, I have this melody, I want you to make this track. You actually make the track on your own, and then I just come and maybe listen to 3, 4, 5 beats and I'm like, yo, that's the one. So it's like the track is already existing. All I'm coming to do is sort of try to ride the wave of the track. So I think we really need to, try to pinpoint certain elements, because I feel like there'll be a time when we will be asked those sort of questions. But you made mention of Amapiano, that Amapiano also has an Afrobeat feel to it. And that's very interesting, because oftentimes people see it the other way around. It's like Afrobeat stole Amapiano because of artists like, this was a whole big thing. I mean, South Africans some of them are mad. I have a friend who's a South African DJ, and we had a conversation about it. It's like, you guys just pick everything and destroy it and all of that. I'm interested to know what you mean by Amapiano has Afrobeat element in it. And then also, I wanted to also talk about how Nigerian music jumped so much on trends. Now we've jumped on my piano. Most of the songs that were produced last year, most of the hit songs were mostly, apart from the likes of people like Odumodu Black, who, shout out to him, I think his whole album had nothing to do with Amapiano. That's such a big, bold statement. But almost everybody was on that Amapiano vibe. Now, I feel like we've seen the end of Amapiano. As a producer, what do you think is the next sound? Where are we going? How's it going to evolve?
The thing is that I believe that there's nothing like next sound, because we are like, music is a product, so it's based on how people feel.
Yeah.
If they feel a certain way, they will go and listen to Amapiano. If they feel a certain way, they will listen to drill. If they feel a certain way, they will listen to dancehall. So it's not about looking for the next sound. It's based on creating the vibe. Because if you're looking for the next sound, you might not actually get the next sound.
Oh, that's actually dope. But that's a very intellectual perspective to it, because in Nigerian markets, it's always about the next sound. Because I mean, like the crowd mentality, which is what quote unquote the industry is. Because, for example, Ashake was one of those major people who, changed the sound, in the past couple of years, I think 2 or maybe even last year mostly. And then everybody started going that direction. And that's what really happened.
Exactly. You just hit it right there, because it's not about chasing the trend. It's like you creating the trend. Because me, for example, like I wouldn't, if everyone is doing Amapiano, I wouldn't want to hop on Amapiano. Maybe I can just do it maybe once in a while. But I like to do the opposite, because if everybody is doing it now, if you drop Afro swing, it will be like, oh shit, who is this?
Yeah.
You understand? Look at Odumodu. Odumodu is doing more of drill, and he hardly does like Amapiano and the rest.
Yeah.
And he's standing out.
Exactly.
But if you are chasing trend, I don't know what to say.
And that still also comes back to why I think your career is really, 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 something to study. Trying to give you your flowers. Almost every producer is looking forward to working with, Wiz or David, just still in that spirit of trends, or, still to be able to break into the Nigerian market. But somehow, to be able to now do the opposite of now, producing more of international artists and all of that, like, how did the Takeshi track come about, first of all?
Trust me, if I tell you how it came up, it's very, very funny. First of all, the beats, what actually happened, that was me and Ramon's first collab when we met.
Interesting.
We were just playing around on like FaceTime, and we just made the beats. And the next year, that's when I came back to Nigeria. I was just doing NYC in Nigeria. I woke up from sleep, like, I actually woke up from sleep. Ramon woke me up from sleep, like, yo. Like, something came up and the rest. Then I had to, like, get my lawyer and the rest to look. Then on Friday, I noticed, like, a beat sounded like, from 6ix9ine, sounded like something that we did. I was like, okay.
Interesting.
So basically, it looks like they went on YouTube.
Grabbed the beat.
They grabbed the beat because they liked it. So they reached out to my guy. So my guy now reached out to me. So we now, like, summarized everything, but we did not know who it was at first until the song. Like, I knew, but I did not believe it. I was in shock. Do you understand? Because I was just sleeping and I woke up and
then
I got it
just changed.
Do you understand?
Everything just changed. Well, that's really dope. At this point in time, was this like your first major artist that you worked with, or you had worked with? Who's your first major artist?
My first major artist was Runtown. Then I worked with Big Tobes and Young Philly and Chunks.
Okay.
But the thing is that why it's crazy is that I did not know that all these things were coming out. Because I was just like getting sales, like people buying my beats. Do you understand? So I don't know, like sometimes you may not know who is buying it.
Wow.
So someone will just come, spend for exclusive. Sometimes I decline like deals, but sometimes I'll just like, okay, let me just, next thing I'll just like, oh, I just bought your beat. And you guys like, some of them slide into your DMs and you'll be like, oh shit, this person bought my beats.
That's crazy. Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. The interesting part is that it's the fact that you don't even know sometimes when it happens. So, it's interesting to know how it works. Like you just put it out there, and that's also has a lot to do with the internet, because like you don't even go chasing for these guys. It's just your talent, your work that is speaking for you, and that's just phenomenal. I guess every young producer out there who is trying to come up and all should definitely look into BeatStars and look into tapping into the online. Well, let's talk about how the internet has changed the game. For music producers like you, because all of this, I don't know, I'm sure that your grace maybe would have happened in a different way for you, but it's the fact that I'm sleeping today and then the next day, maybe Drake is on my feet. That must be crazy. But let's talk about how important the internet is and what advice you would have for like younger producers on how to use the internet to improve their visibility and sales.
The thing I love about the internet is it gives me room to explore sounds. I'm not boxed into, I want this particular sound.
Mm-hmm.
So you can just choose to like maybe make Afrobeats and infuse EMD on it, or maybe like rock music, anything like. But the thing is that it's more like understanding what intellectual property is, because your composition is also an intellectual property. It's more like real estate, like renting or buyout. Sorry, buying it exclusively. That is exclusive and non-exclusive.
Yeah.
So how I run my beat selling is I license my beat to artists for a certain amount of period and the number of streams they want. Because sometimes, if you think about upcoming artists, they may not have the funds to like push themselves in their music to like acquire like a beat.
Yeah.
And sometimes they can go to a studio and be playing beats forever and they might not get what they want. But the internet just makes it easier for them to just go online, write, and they can just license it for a durable price for them. Like if they cannot afford like the exclusive, they can always like license the beats.
Okay, let's talk about, when it's not exclusive, does it mean that if I drop a track, tomorrow I can hear another artist, hopefully not bigger than me or something, drop a track on that same beat, and these two tracks can exist side by side? Is that what it means?
Yeah, if you have like a non-exclusive license, another person can use it, because it's more of music business. Do you understand? Because if you look at it this way, the purpose of making music, like some of them, you've heard of remix, right? It's the same beats now. Yeah. So it's like licensing your properties to other people. Like, okay, look at, for example, of Burna Boy sampling Last. Yeah, and all these things. It's literally the same thing.
It's
the same thing. It's just that it's more like feelings that, it's my own and the rest. But if you look at it from the business side, it does not matter. Do you understand? What matters is like the usage you have. Like, okay, I license this bit. How can I milk out? Because we are doing music now. The purpose for you to make money from your music and become successful in it.
Yeah.
So you are going to focus on the like business side now in it. It's not the other side.
Yeah. So, okay, that makes a lot of sense. I think it also sort of speaks a lot about how the future possibly will be for music. Because I'm still thinking, I'm sorry, I can't get it off my head. I want to listen to. Let's say Burna Boy drops a track and maybe he doesn't buy it. The good thing is that they'll probably buy it exclusive because they are big. But let's say an upcoming artist or someone who's just there buys a non-exclusive, and then I'm listening to the track and I love it. And then I'm surfing on the internet and then I find a person with the same more or less track, but then his own version of the track, but it's not a remix. And these two people, sort of have their rights and exist, side by side. I think that's an interesting way to see music in the future.
There's left for you to pick the artist
that you like the most.
You get.
That's actually really interesting. Now let's talk about They Go Well, Cody actually is my guy. We were in the studio for quite a number of times and all of that. So I was very excited to see that you guys teamed up and made that really beautiful track featuring techno. I think that was an amazing track. I wanted to know, how did you guys, link up, and how did that track happen?
The crazy thing is that that beat, so many people have reached out to me, like even offering me a huge amount. I never like sold it because me, I'm more of like, before I sell a beat to you exclusively, I'm more like, how does the track sound? Because I don't
That's
just release
important.
beats here. I usually like decline a lot. So he hit me up like on socials, we're talking. Then he sent me what he did with the track. I was just like, yo, this hard. Like I was just like, I was always bumping it every day, like every day. So when he came for the, I just told him, nah, bro, take.
Oh wow,
I take like
that's dope. So basically, you guys linked up online, basically.
We linked up online. We linked up in person as well.
But it was online first before you guys. Oh wow, that's amazing. Okay, that's amazing. Well, aside from Cody, I mean, and Cody, I think there's Runtown as well. Have you worked with any other Nigerian artists that you know?
I've worked with SK. We're even having
SK
is dope, man.
He's the next
bro. You guys should watch out for SK, man.
Bro, I've been watching out. I've been following SK for at least 3-4 years now. So like, I know he's definitely dope, and I'm excited that you guys actually have something. I think he's going to be possibly going to be the next guest on the show. So that's interesting. But is he out now? The song?
No, we are like working behind the scenes.
Interesting,
you know?
man.
Like,
interesting.
These tracks, man.
I can imagine. SK energy is crazy. Then linking up with you, that must be amazing. Oh, that's dope. That's dope. I'm even excited that you're actually working with an Abuja-based artist, because one of the things that I'm very concerned about, or that's, you know, is of interest to me, especially part of the reasons why I decided to start this podcast, was also because I've, you know, been in Abuja for the longest, and I'm invested in Abuja. And I'm also happy that the Abuja industry is growing, and I'm seeing it, like the revolution actually happening right before my eyes. So it's very particularly good for me to hear that you're working with SK. But aside from SK in Abuja, who's one artist that, you know, maybe on this show we can make that collaboration happen? Who's one artist that you are rooting for? Of course, SK. Who else are you really rooting for in Abuja?
I'm rooting for Slim Guru.
Slim Guru. Interesting. I don't even know him, but yeah, I'll check him out.
Don't worry.
Slim Guru, I'm going to check you out.
That guy is going to come up too.
Yeah, I mean, if Ransom Beatz said you're part of the people he's rooting for, then I'm definitely going to check you out.
I'm First Class.
First class. First class again. I like First Class too.
See, where this guy came to, when we like...
Have you guys done anything together?
Yeah, we locked in the studio. We made like, I think we made like 5 tracks in 2 days.
Whoa,
like, bro, that guy is dangerous,
That's
man.
crazy.
Bro, that guy is dangerous. Wow. I also worked with Psycho YP as well. He's crazy as well.
Psycho, big shout out to Psycho, superstar. That's dope, man. That's dope. All right, guys, so I'm still here with superstar Nigerian music producer Ransom Beatz, and we've had quite an interesting conversation. If you have enjoyed the conversation thus far, then I think you should also check out the part 2, which I'm going to be dropping pretty soon in about a few days' time. So on Tuesday, precisely after this part 1 drops, you definitely have to check out because we still have more to talk about. Thank you, and see you soon.